Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Deja Vu Survival, where we look at an old world with new eyes. My name is Glitch. Today we are heading back to the Nether to explore some of the new biomes and check out some of the new features of the 1.16 Nether update. It took a little time to get ready for this episode, mostly because I wanted to take a little time to explore the Nether in my original survival world. I know that the basic world generation will remain the same, but I wanted to see if I could find a couple of things and then compare notes when we went today. That being said, exploring the Nether is likely going to take more than one episode, so today I want to focus on the new biomes and some of the new mobs that are a part of the world. Now, when I originally went to the Nether, I spent a lot of time around that fortress that we raided a couple episodes back. But when I heard that the Nether update was coming last September at Minecon, I decided to pick a direction and just avoid going that way. It did mean that I had to put building a Nether hub on hold, but for me, the inconvenience was worth it. Because when a new update drops, any changes to world generation will only affect newly generated chunks, meaning that areas that we have already been to will remain the same in this update. That usually doesn't affect mobs unless they're tied to a specific biome or a specific structure. But as we travel outward, the new features will generate when a chunk loads for the first time, since it will follow the new rules. Incidentally, just before we went to the Nether back in episode 15, I took a moment to make a copy of the world just before I lit the portal, and mostly it was me being curious as to what would be there if we had waited for the update. Because this is one of those rare occasions when you have that opportunity to just stop, make a copy, and get to see. So backtracking just a little bit, if we had waited for the 1.16 update, light our portal for the first time, and again, firebrand at the ready, and let's see where we'll wind up. And we would wind up in the Crimson Forest, and wow, you can see just how much the terrain has changed and how different everything would look. And even though this is a very cool biome, let's see what we have now. Before you head back into the new Nether, though, you will want to gather a couple of things. Between episodes, I did some more mining and upgraded our armor to diamond. Although, one thing you want to make sure you have is at least one piece of gold armor, and that will keep one of the mobs from attacking you. I personally chose a helmet, and you can use whatever you want, but it has to be a piece of armor. I went ahead also and got everything enchanted up, and for the gold armor, I will say that if you happen to come across a villager that sells mending books, you may want to buy a couple, no matter how expensive they are, because while gold is highly enchantable, it has lousy durability. Speaking of gold, you also will want to make sure you take some gold ingots with you to use when you meet the new piglin mobs for bartering and trading. If you've already been to the Nether, you also may want to take some of the soul sand, and craft up a couple of the new soulfire torches, which are made with the regular ingredients for a torch of coal and a stick, with either a piece of soul sand or soul soil, but they're a good thing to take with you, and we'll look at why in just a bit. Oddly enough, you may also want to take a hoe with you, because there are several blocks that can be broken with other tools, but a hoe is the most efficient tool for the job now that we're in 1.16. Last up, be sure to take a little extra cobble if you haven't taken it before, a good bit of food, And also, if you have access to it, I'm bringing a couple of potions of fire resistance and one or two of speed. Let's go ahead and grab my shield. And you want to bring a bow. Now, right now, if you have also can get a bow that has the infinity enchantment on it, which I got this one by putting together a bunch of bows that I got through fishing. But right now, it seems like mob spawning is having issues on Bedrock, and the gas are out in force. My first trip back to the Nether after the update, I used nearly a stack of arrows in the first 10 minutes. So I'm sure the devs are working on it, but for now, better prepare to go ready for a fight. That being said, let's go ahead and head back to the Nether and see what we can see. Alright. So as you can see, the terrain that we generated before has not changed at all. And aha! Now, as you can see, the Nether is still just the same as it was for in the direction we went, but we do have some new mobs. Just outside, you can see the pig lens. They're the guys that don't look like the zombie pigmen, and sadly, our good old friends, the zombie pigmen, are gone. But they've been replaced by the zombified piglins. And I think there was one right over. Oh, no, where are they? No, right up there they are, and pretty much they're in essence a reskinned zombie pigman. And the nice part is they behave just like the pigmen did in the old version. So the same rules apply. Be careful, don't hit, and if you do, basically just run. Now the other mob we have out here are the pig lens, and let's see if we can take a look at these guys right out the here's one right out the window, and they are a neutral mob as well, meaning that they will not attack you if you don't attack them. But also, if you step out without any piece of gold armor, they will attack you as well. They can be you can distract them with gold, and if they're given a gold ingot, they will give you something in trade and in barter. Now, there is a whole list of stuff that can be traded with the zombie pigmen. I'll get more into bartering in a future episode, but I'll leave a link in the description below to the wiki article all about bartering if you want to do a little more reading about it in the interim. One aspect also of the piglins is that they are afraid of both zombified piglins and soulfire. So if we go out to them, let's go ahead and go out. And are they still around? Where'd you guys go? Where'd that gas go to? I want to get rid of him. All right, it looks like our piglins have moved off. We'll demonstrate that in a little bit. Oh, hello. Yeah. Here, where'd you go? All right, come out here. Yeah, take that. Whew. Yeah, like I said, these gas are out in force. Go back inside for just a second or two more to get a few things organized here. So, so if you place down a soulfire, anything soulfire, they will run away. And like I said, we can demonstrate that a little later. Now, like I said, we avoided going in a certain direction, so we haven't been in this world. We haven't gone that way, and we haven't gone that way. So it looks like cutting our render distance down in the last few episodes paid off, because if you look down the hill here, just on the edge of our field of vision, you can start to see something that wasn't there before. So let's go ahead and head out and see what we can find. Yeah, that's getting really old really fast. Ugh. Okay, so coming down the hill, that's another one that seems to be a bit of an issue right now is magma cubes. Alright. Alright, so coming right down the hill, we have oh, hello. Yeah, you... Alright, we'll go ahead and leave that one there. We have the Crimson Forest biome. Now, the Crimson... Let's go ahead and come in here, hide out in here for just a second. See if we can find a nice little safe space to look around. Alright, here will be good enough. So I have a basic route planned out for today that will kind of take us through the different biomes. But the Crimson Forest biome is one of the first, and we looked at it for just a few seconds earlier on. But here in the Crimson Forest biome, you can find both the warp fungi, which are these large tree-looking things, and these are not trees. However, one of the advantages of these new types of plants in the Nether is they will give us, in essence, a source of wood, because it behaves exactly like wood. And also, the blocks up here. Get the hoe out that I brought. These are nether wart blocks, and they can be used decorative, but they're also compostable. And oh, hello, that might be what I think it is. We'll come back and check that out in a few minutes. But these are also compostable. So, but this also gives us a farmable source of both wood and a farmable source of wood within the Nether, which we didn't have before. And interestingly enough, I just realized that in my regular survival world, I think I hear another mob. Okay, there was actually a Nether fortress pillar right here, which is not there. So that's actually interesting that that changed. Another thing that is part of the the red crimson forest are these blocks right here, the shroom lights, and they grow on both variations of these giant fungi, which I'm actually really excited for because they give you a farmable light block that does not require a. Did I catch that? Yes, I did. That doesn't require you to have a really complicated or big mob farm in order to obtain. Now, one of the things that you will find is the warp blocks grow on this material that is all over the netherrack. This is called nylium, and the fungus will not grow on anything else. You'll also see the creeping vines growing down, and it just adds to the area so much in the fact that there are that it just seems more interesting and more alive than before. You'll find a lot of piglins within the Crimson Forest. Let's go ahead and go this way a little bit. And oh, hello! And there's another one of the new mobs. These are the hoglins. Now, these things are. Let's go ahead here. They are invariably hostile to the player. But they are also. They're invariably hostile to the player. And they. However, they can be. Farmed, and you can breed them. And if you really want a pet that wants to kill you, you can go for that. But one of the advantages is that the hoglins will drop pork chops when they are killed, and that also gives us an actual source of food within the Nether, where we didn't have that before. And this is interesting. We're gonna go up here because I remember this little outcropping here. However, this looks a whole lot thinner than it was. Let's go along here a little bit. I'm just curious. Come along here and let's I'm gonna quick pull out. Where's my regular? Oh, my regular torches are right there. We need to leave ourselves a torch trail. But backtrack just a tiny bit, and then by the time we get here, we're looking towards home. Okay, let's go ahead and go up this way. And also, that Nether fortress wasn't there before. Okay. Now, if we can catch ourselves a couple of piglin, or find some piglins, I'll quick demonstrate the bartering. Oh, oh no, that's a baby piglin. A baby zombie pigman. And you know what? I'm just going to go out and say it. Like most Minecrafters, I am totally going to foul this up and call these guys a zombie pigman, and probably call the piglins a zombie pigman too. Just, I'm sorry, it's just part of the force of habit. You'll also find more Endermen spawning in the Nether right now. Now, one other thing that you will find all over the Nether, and now that we're coming to the edge of the Crimson Forest, we're now entering what's called the Nether Wastes. And I think we're going to backtrack just a little bit here, because if I'm right, there is a little way up this way that we can get a better look at one of the new resources that is found in the Nether update without having to fight our way. No, not that way. Ah, here it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that down. Yeah, that works. Another new resource that we have in the Nether update is Nether Gold. Now, Nether Gold is basically gold that is found within the Nether. You can, if you break it with anything other than a Silk Touch pickaxe, it will drop it'll drop gold nuggets. Now, there's two schools of thought for this. You can either use the Silk Touch pickaxe and mine the stuff out, or you can mine it with Fortune, and it will increase the drop rate on the nuggets. You can find this stuff at pretty much any Y level, and you'll find less of it in biomes that have less netherrack. So, like in the Soul Sand Valley or the Basalt Delta, you'll find less of it. You do want to be a touch cautious when you mine it, because if a pigman is within piglin is within a certain distance of you, they will aggro on you because, well, it's gold. But basically, that being said, if it's mined, it'll drop from 2 to 6 nuggets. And if you have the Fortune enchantment, I think it will go up as high as 24. But personally, I recommend using a Silk Touch tool for a couple of reasons. First, if you smelt the Nether Gold in the furnace, you will get a gold ingot. And since the base drop rate will almost never give you enough to get an ingot, it just seems like a better profit. The other thing is simple inventory management. I mean, I dumped off some of the stuff in my inventory, and just visiting one biome, we're already starting to get a little bit full side. So it just seems better to just stack these things up to 64, take them home. If you want to take them home and use a Fortune pickaxe on them back at your base, go for it. But I think for my purposes, I will be Silk Touching and then taking home. Which, speaking of which, go ahead and grab it. Oop. Hey, come here. Okay, cool. And because there are no piglins around, they're not going to aggro on me. Now let's go ahead and cut through here. And okay, down there we can see that a little bit, but oh, that's right. This is a bit of a precarious perch, so we'll cut back around. Now, one other thing to remember with the okay. Let's see if we can get around that hoglin. No, he's after me. All right, come here. Alright, not too bad, but as you can see, the armor's already taken quite a beating. One thing you do want to remember, hey, here's a piglin. Let's see if I can get him to barter quick. Hi. Press Q key, and he'll come over, kind of check it out. Yeah, you stay away. Come on. Watching for gas as we're doing it. Straying? Seriously? Oh, come on. Where's the love? Alright, let's move on. Get rid of you. Alright, so there's more biomes in that direction, but we're gonna quick go over here so we can take a look at one of the other biomes. And I'm gonna come over out of as quick as I can. more or less because I don't want to get shot at. Dupe and dupe and dupe. Okay. Now, what we're in right now is basically the classic Nether, but it's also now referred to as the Nether Wastes. And then coming over here, we come into the Soul Sand Valley. Now, to be honest, this area is kind of a smaller one, and it's kind of a pain to get to. So we'll probably come back and look at it a little more because a lot of it's over there. So I think it'll be much easier to check out once we tame one of the new Strider mobs. However, want to grab my shovel real quick, and where's that? Okay, want to grab my shovel real quick and grab a little of this soul sand. Soul sand is one of the new resources, and one of the good parts of it is the fact that it's a lot like soul soil. Soul soil is like soul sand in the fact that it's used to create the different soul variants. The other thing that it can do is it can be used to make a basalt Oh, come on! Oh, almost got the return to sender. Another thing you will find in the Soul Sand Valley is you will find regular skeletons, not wither skeletons, and gas galore. So I think that this area is going to be a lot easier to kind of explore and deal with once we tame one of the Strider mobs, because we can ride across this lava. So we'll go ahead and leave that go for now and check it out later. Where'd you go? Where'd he go? Alright, we'll come back. And up, 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 up. Okay, now that we've kind of checked. Ooh, hey, gas tier. Nice, gas tiers. Okay, so I know that we want to go on the other side of this lava river we have over here, but since right now it seems like a little bit of a oh, hey, look, here's one of the what are you doing way up here? Oh my goodness. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was almost bad. Okay, there we have one of the new Strider mobs. I don't know how he got his way up here, but well, I hate to say it, there's not much we can do to help him because I don't have the right materials. I'm a little higher. Whoop. Goodbye. Okay, so now we're back in the Crimson Forest. If we go along this way, we can basically make our way home. However, let's go ahead and we'll come down through here. And I think, yeah, that's going to be kind of difficult. So I think what we're going to do is I am going to do what I did before, and let's just tunnel through here. And like the standard caveat, and you know what? I don't want you guys to go away. Actually, where'd you guys go? Yeah. See, if you put down the soul sire, notice immediately he's like, yeah, let's go. And they just run away. So if they ever aggro on you, that's one way you can get them to not. Do you know what I think what we're going to do is we're going to just put that there so they don't leave us alone. And we're going to tunnel through this nether rack. And wow, okay, we have got serious inventory problems. Guys, I am going to take a few moments and run back to base because I'm run out of space again. So I will be right back. There we go. Let's go ahead and break that through, and oh, that's a bit of a drop. Oh, I think I'm a little further over than I originally intended. Okay, let's do this. We'll go ahead and block that off, and then go ahead and there we go. Okay, and actually, let's go up and around. All right. So now, as you can see, we've tunneled through, and oh, hello, hi. And no, goodbye. And whoa, goodbye. And anybody else? No? Okay, good. Alright. So now, as you can see, we're on the other side of the We're on the other side of the... no, another one. Oh, actually, as you can see, the piglins also will hunt the hoglins. But as you can see, we've tunneled over on the other side of the river, and our base is basically over that way. So let's go ahead and mark our exit. Oh, yeah, you go away. All right, let's quick mark our exit. Where'd that go? I got distracted there. Hello, where'd you go? Oh, there. Okay, let's go ahead and mark our exit. And I think if we head up this way, and come up over this ridge in just a short distance, we will find the next biome, which is the warped forest. Now, like the crimson forest, these are not trees. They are, again, a type of fungus. But you'll find the warped forest has this blue variant, and interestingly enough, the hoglins will stay on the outside of this because they apparently, for some reason, do not like the smell of the warped forest. But one other nice kind of little respite in the warp forest is the fact that, by and large, most mobs don't spawn here. Now, one thing I am looking for is in the warp forest, you will find more Endermen. I'm looking around just a little bit. Saw one over there. So you'll find more of the more Endermen spawning here, and there they are over there. Now, one thing that's nice with the warp forest is also you can almost set up a really simple, almost 5-minute ender farm. And what I mean by that is the fact that I set this up in under 5 minutes. But basically, because you are 2 blocks tall and the endermen are 3, basically you just stare, slash, and collect. Which, to be honest, in my original survival world is really exciting. Living on a river near an ocean, I have always had troubles getting Endermen to stay around because they'll hit the water, and then are we out of? We're out of. Let's get rid of the netherrack. I always had troubles because they'll hit the water and then panic and go away. So in just a few minutes, we've already got 3 ender pearls, which are needed to go to the end dimension and fight the ender dragon as you progress in the game. So while I am planning to stay here in the Nether for the next few episodes, in my regular survival world, ender dragon, we have ourselves a date. Now, one of the other things with the warp forest is you will find this blue version of the Nylium. The giant fungus will only grow on that, and also you'll find the actual little blue warp fungus, which you will need to basically tame a strider. We will save that for another day, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and let's get rid of... Oh, that's the crimson Nylium. Alright, get rid of the netherrack. We can get rid of the warp roots. We can get rid of that, because I really would like to get at least one piece of this to take with us. For crying out loud. Thank you. Alright. And let's go ahead, and you'll also find these, the warped vines, which one of the neat parts about them is the fact that they grow upwards, and since they can be bone mealed, they can be a very convenient way to navigate the cliffs and crags here in the Nether. Now, I'm going to go ahead and chug a potion of fire resistance for this last biome, and you know what? I can get a bottle later. Get rid of that. Okay. Because the last biome that we're going to head into is the basalt delta. And the main thing you will find here in the basalt delta is, hi, go away. Excuse me a second. One moment. Got it. Oh, no. You go away. Okay. The one thing you'll find here in the basalt delta is you'll find lots of lava, magma blocks. Magma blocks. The new basalt, which is a new building block, and this stuff right here. I hear another one. Oh, he's way down there. And this stuff right here, which is blackstone, which is, in truth, I'm going to collect it. Ow! Hey! Ow! Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's do the old trick. Alright, are we cool? Are we cool yet? Alright. You'll find this new blackstone, which is in truth one of my go away. I am trying to do an episode here. These temperamental actors. I actually think he's mad because that magma cube hit us. Alright. Yeah, you stay back there. You'll find the new blackstone, which has one of the great parts about it is the fact that it has all the variations that cobblestone does with walls and everything else, which in truth I frankly just like the look. Alright, you know what, spam click. Alright. Leave me alone. I just frankly like the look of it, and I'll be definitely coming back here to mine a good bit of it. But right now, again, we are all out of inventory space. So because this stuff is readily available, I'm going to go ahead and head back to base, and we will go ahead and revisit this at another time. But it's also a really kind of cool location because of the fact that it basically looks like the leftovers of a volcanic eruption. It's got the ash in the air, little pockets of lava. So it's just a really neat addition to Minecraft and how the Nether has changed. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and can I drop anything? Nope, everything I want. All right, I will go ahead and head for home, and I'll come back and we'll have to do a little more exploring each of the biomes as we go on. But for now, we're going to go ahead back towards base. I'll meet you there. Okay, just come around here and pass through. We're going to go ahead. Actually, you know what? Now that we're passing through this area right here... Whoa, Oh, that's right. Blazes. Heh, cute. Oh, hi. You... go away. Now that we're down there, now that we have a chance to see this, it looks like we do have what looks to be a ruined portal. And, rather than... since we're still got the fire effect, rather than going up and around, I think we're going to take one of our ender pearls and... jump down here. See what we get. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, this is one of the... Okay, here's another cool feature of the Nether update. And we're going to just tunnel in here a little bit. This is a ruined portal, and we can excavate this out a little bit. But one of the... as one of the new features, this is kind of one of those nods that while Minecraft doesn't have an official lore per se, it is one of the kind of nods that the world, the piglins may have had a civilization at some point in the past, and it's looking pretty rough, but they may have even traveled into the overworld. Let's go ahead and knock some of this out. And the cool part about this is when you find these, and you can find them now in the overworld as well as the in the Nether. Oh, yeah, we'll be fine leaving that open. Excavate this out a little bit, and you can find a couple of gold blocks, and I think if we dig further down, we'll even find some a loot chest. But again, we're currently dealing with a full inventory here, so I think I'm going to need to head back to base. But you also have the new crying obsidian, which is and the chains, some of the blackstone bricks. But this is just a cool little find. And at this point, I need to make a trip back to base to drop off some of the resources we found thus far. But I think that I am going to go ahead and end the episode off here by this ruined portal. Because I think I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the Cleft 1.0 and make this ruined portal into the entrance to my Nether mine. There were two more resources that were added into Minecraft with this update. One of them will necessitate finding a bastion, and the other will take us to the bottom of the Nether to find the rare ancient debris hidden in the depth. So next time, bring your picks, your shovels, and possibly some things that may go boom, because we are going on the hunt for netherite. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, and also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. My name is Glitch, and I do hope I'll see you next time for the next episode of Deja Vu Survival. Thanks for watching.